about to talk about a really cool thing that's going to be happening pretty soon here in Oshkosh, a great way to donate food to those who need it, and that is the Letter Carriers Food Drive. So I have Hope Ike. Oh, see, and I forgot to ask you before we started taping. Hope Ike from the Oshkosh Area Community Pantry and Bob Lang from Father Carr's Place to Be here joining us to tell us all about it. So first of all, both of you, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, and so before we get into exactly how this wonderful thing is going to be benefiting both of your organizations, maybe you can give our viewers an overview of what the Letter Carriers Food Drive is.
Yeah, so the Letter Carriers Food Drive is one of our largest community-wide food drives that we have, and it benefits so many local people, just that people in need. And it really is a way for our community to just rally around the pantries and really gain a lot of awareness for the issue of hunger going on in Oshkosh.
Definitely. And it's on May 14th this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
How does it all work? People just leave their food out in their yard, or how do they do it?
They're going to get bags dropped off.
Okay.
And they're going to be able to put those out, and basically around the time when they would receive mail, that's when we're going to have volunteers come around and pick up all the bags, and they go to all the local food pantries.
Perfect. Couldn't be easier for the person donating, really.
Right.
They don't even have to leave their
Stick it
driveway.
outside the door. Yep.
Yes, wonderful. So Hope, on May 14th, they are going to be conducting a food drive. How important is this to the Oshkosh Area Community Pantry where you're from?
It's huge. It's one of our largest food drives we have. We usually see probably about 6,000 pounds of food being donated just in the span of a couple hours.
Oh my
so
gosh.
It's very, very big for us.
Amazing. So it really is a great source of where you get the majority, or not the majority, but a good amount.
Definitely.
What you
For
have.
us, I mean, we see about 2,000 families a month that visit our pantries, so it's a really, really big resource.
Oh, how great. And Bob, the Letter Carriers Food Drive really does supply you with a lot of great items as well. Where do you get where's your sources from for that?
We also rely on that, and it's one of our bigger food drives of the year. And so we have a number of different sources throughout the community. Festival Foods is huge for us. They help us out so much, as do other area businesses. But the mail drive is great, and we always need a few volunteers if people are interested ever. They can come over to Father Carr's at 8:30 or 9 in the morning, but especially between 11 and 2 p.m. we're always wrapping up. The food's coming in, and we unload it into the pantry, so we could use a few volunteers.
I can imagine it's a little hectic that day when you have everything coming in. So
yes, like Hope says, we follow. We're all given different routes, and we have volunteers out there on the streets following with the mail carriers, and we do those pickups, and that helps out the mail carriers as well if we have enough volunteers to follow along.
Oh, I can imagine, definitely. All the help that's needed is always great. And you know, you're both members or within the organization for these pantries. Over the years, have you seen an increase or a decrease of the amount of people that are visiting you guys?
It's pretty steady.
Yeah.
It doesn't change too often. I'd say right now we're down a little bit, but it's only by maybe 100. But it doesn't change, at least for us. We remain pretty steady over the last 6 years that we've been in existence.
So I guess it's a good thing that the people aren't spiking or
Yes.
anything like that.
Exactly.
Wonderful. What about you, Bob?
Well, Father Carr's Place to Be is a little bit unique than some of the other pantries, but again, we're pretty steady as well. Between 150 and 200 people come through each Friday morning. That's when the pantries open. We open our doors at 8, and then we actually open the pantry door at 9, so 9 to noon every Friday. One thing that's unique about our pantry is that it's the hub for Father Carr's, because we use the pantry and need the pantry because we're a soup kitchen. And we also have a homeless shelter there for men and women. So we have over 5,000 meals every month that we serve. So the food, we have lots of different sources of food, and primarily though, nonprofits, churches, area businesses, they all know about Father Carr's, and they're very generous.
Well, yes, and you got to thank God for all those wonderful people that are donating. For those of us who do want to get involved in the Letter Carriers Food Drive, getting back to that, what are the different types of things that we're able to donate? Are there specific things that you're looking for?
We prefer in-date items, so making sure that you're looking at expiration dates when you donate, but we really focused on a healthier shift. So whole grain options like the pastas, your canned goods, but looking for low sodium options. We really want to think is when you're donating, think of things that you'd want to eat yourself.
Exactly. You don't want 100 cans of refried beans or something like that.
Right.
And I do think that's a good point too for people to keep in mind is the in date is very important.
Yes.
You might have a dusty can of soup in the back of your pantry, but it might have expired 2 years ago. So that really is just not good.
Right. Yeah.
So definitely take advantage of any sales you see going on at Walmart or Festival or Pigs or things like that. We talked about volunteers, always looking for volunteers. Bob, where can people go if they're interested in volunteering? Is there a website or anything people can look at?
Yeah, they can go to fathercars.org or just show up. They wouldn't even have to call ahead of time. They come to our main building, which is called the Mother Teresa Center. That is where the pantry is.
Okay,
so
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And Hope, any more information, if we're looking for more info on the pantry, if we might not be able to donate for the letter carriers food drive but still want to donate, where can we go?
Definitely. You can go to our website, which is oacptoday.org, and we're always looking for volunteers on general days when we don't have big events going on. And then it's also just ways to donate as well as if you want to host a food drive, even through an organization that you have.
Very cool. So a lot of great opportunities to help other people here. One last time, if you could just give us the date of the letter carriers food drive.
Yeah, May 14th on Saturday.
Yes, and just leave it out.
Yep.
Use the bag that's given to you, and
and someone will come pick it up.
Yes, if you have more, actually, I have just random question. If you have more food than can fit in the bag, can you just add bags to that?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay. You won't turn away the extra
No.
food. Well, Hope and Bob, thank you both so much for coming and telling us all about this awesome event, and we're really looking forward to hearing how successful it was this year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM. And Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. Oshkosh Today.